Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So it's going to be an interesting one because it's a story that's brewing right now that everyone has been talking about within the Enugu metropolis. I just want to give you context so you can take it up from there. I also need you to comment on what you think about the story. In the heart of Enugu State, a chilling tale unfolds of 8 missing worshippers murdered in cold blood, of vigilantes, headsmen, and a local government chairman now caught in a web of controversy, finger-pointing, and unanswered questions. Enugu State Police Command has broken its silence, denying viral reports that it summoned the chairman of Uzo-Uwani Local Government area, Mr. Chijioke Ezugwu, simply for establishing a vigilante group to protect his people. Instead, the police say this is a case of murder investigation, not security politics. According to the police, the entire drama began on March 15, 2025, when 8 Muslim worshippers vanished into thin air in the Opanda community of Uzo-Uwani Local Government area. The next day, horror struck. The lifeless bodies of 5 of those men were discovered, riddled with gunshot wounds and machete cuts. 3 others were later found, burnt, decomposed, with 7 used cartridges recovered from the scene. A gruesome discovery that sparked outrage and deep sorrow. A chilling eyewitness account came from a child survivor who claimed that members of the local neighborhood watch group carried out the attack. One suspect, identified by the child, was intercepted by security operatives but escaped. Then came the twists. According to the police, shortly after the suspect escaped, Chairman Ezugwu allegedly phoned the security team not to apprehend the suspect, but to request the release of the motorcycle the man left behind. That phone call, the police say, became the trigger for his invitation to the station to make a statement and produce the suspect. But not everyone's buying the police version of this story. Ohanaeze and Igbo Youth Council Worldwide has slammed the police explanation, calling it insulting, biased, and a slap in the face of justice. In a strongly worded statement, the group's president, Mazi Oku Onabuike, accused the police of playing politics with blood. He said, and I quote, "This is nothing but the dancing on the graveyard of the countless victims of killer headsmen in Uzo-Uwani. Since the killings began, how many headsmen have been arrested? How many are standing trial? The Youth Council isn't just questioning the motive behind the chairman's invitation. They are questioning the entire police and architecture in the state. They are demanding answers, real answers. Their demands that the Inspector General of Police immediately transfer the Enugu State Commissioner of Police, citing sentimental policing and selective justice. They say confidence in the police command has reached rock bottom. What started like a local security efforts has now snowballed into a storm of mistrust, politics, and accusations of enabling killers. Is the chairman a protector, or is there more to the story? Are vigilantes the solution or the problem? And will justice ever come for the victims of Uzo-Uwani? We'll keep following this developing story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? Is the chairman being witch hunted, or is the police command right? Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Truth be told, I have covered the issues in Uzo-Uwani and Hamufu, Uzo-Uwani, Nimbo, and the likes. And truly, the people there are not finding it funny. There have been several stories of killings in that area, and it has always been herders-farmers clash. This time, people have said we should stop calling it farmers herders clash because it is one group attacking the other. You will never hear farmers attacking herders. The only reason why a farmer would want to be angry about something and then try to attack the herder is when you have encroached on his farmland, and not just encroaching on the farmland and being sorry about it, but eating the crops that he has spent money, sweat, blood to actually do. And it's painful to see these things play out every now and then. I was talking to a farmer. I've spoken to several of them. But this person. In fact, if you want, I would even drop names. I had communicated with him regarding how his farmland was destroyed at Ezago. It was devastating. In fact, when he took me there, I almost shed tears. I mean, this guy is into mechanized farming, large scale farming. He sells he's predominantly doing productions of rice, specifically rice. So there's a certain time that you plant and a certain time that you also harvest. And then, of course, you know the process that comes with the stress, the process, the blood, the tilting, the monies that you must spend in doing this. At the end of the day, when it comes to time for harvesting, you see that all wiped away just because someone has a cattle. That is unfair. I've heard this guy on my radio show severally. And at the time, he was in conversation in talks with the government of the day at the time. That's under Uzo-Uwani government. He said at the time there was no help coming from nowhere. That there's something that has to be done. That in fact, what he told me, at the time, because of how angry he was, he said, I am alive today because I want to be alive. That at some point they actually wanted to attack him in his own farm. Like in your own farm, somebody brings in, cattle, cow, not that they are okay, not that they are your friends, not that you have any collaboration with them. They eat your crops. And when you want to stop them, they want to kill you. They want to attack you. Who does that? What country does that still happen? And he was so angry. He said, look, if it means even poisoning the crops so that those cattle dies, he doesn't care, because he doesn't understand how he would bring out his money to invest in something like agriculture, and he is not able to even make the money that he has invested in. That is unfair. That is not also to say that there are also not farmers who can be aggressive. There are also not farmers who rustle cows. This thing exists, but we know largely it's always these kinds of things that happen, because how can a farmer decide on his own to go and start attacking cattle rearers or start attacking people who rear cows when they haven't done anything? It's always they come to the farm and they see that their crops have been eaten and they feel very sad and paranoid, and then the next thing they find out how to revenge. So this thing has been happening for quite a while now, and this particular case is one that, because of the noise, these guys at the helm of affairs, the governor, security chiefs, the police, the local government chairman, are all under serious pressure. There's virtually no other month that passes you won't hear, one certain town was attacked by Headers Farmers Clash. One certain issue happened there, one certain killing happened, and people are paranoid. They don't want to go to the farm and meet their Waterloo. And so these guys are under pressure. The chairman of Uzo is also under pressure to be seen to be doing something, basically. And so the extent of this story is what we're seeing in the pages of the newspaper, what this person wrote, what that person wrote. But what is on ground is the fact that there are 8 persons who have been killed, and those people must be accounted for. And it does look like the vigilante group that was created in that particular area were most likely, according to the account of the young person in that story, most likely the ones who were responsible for the killings of these people. And so there's nothing wrong in inviting the chairman to come and answer questions. On this day, this is what happened. This is the account of this person. Can you answer questions to this? What really happened? Are these guys really cattle rearers, or these guys are just worshippers? We have to put this in context so we are sure what we're getting into, because again, it is easy to just point fingers and say anything. Everybody has this agitation within themselves to want to be angry when it is farmers' headers issues. They want to be saddened and do something quickly. But trust me, sometimes some of these issues must be taken one at a time. These issues must be, well discussed and well taken care of. Else, we'll find ourselves in a situation where you will have our crops attacked, taken away from us, our farmland taken away from us, And at the end of the day, there's nothing that will be done. I also think that there must be justice for those who have been killed so that we can actually have a balanced situation. We wouldn't have to have a situation where there's nothing, nobody did anything just because that they are worshippers and they become targets, not that they were cattle rearers or Fulani headsmen. It is very important we put this in context. I thought I should put this out there and also have your thoughts on this particular matter. Thank you for watching. I'd love to hear from you as always. God bless.